you might not remember, but in the 70s and early 80s, a lot of it was made in Taiwan. So
Yes.
Taiwan was the manufacturing hub. And
So what looks like a good investment to you?
yeah, so it starts with the person or the people. Yeah, so a lot of the times it's the drive and energy and the alignment of their intentions with someone like us.
How has that journey been so far?
Yeah, it's been a roller coaster, huh? So yeah, so the positives and the fun is because we're our own boss, I guess. We're controlling our own destiny. There's the fun around flexibility. We're focused on working hard, and yes, we're focused on trying to achieve the vision. However, the flexibility that creating our own thing provides us, yes, we got an office in the city and all that type of stuff. However, we can do whatever we want in order to achieve, as opposed to necessarily, for example, sitting behind a desk for whatever hours a day. The scary part is, clearly there's no monthly paycheck.
Yeah.
There's no someone paying our salary. There's no kind of taking annual leave when we're still getting paid. And, if we take leave, then we need to think about who's going to actually do the job.
Yeah.
So it's, and also just our business model is not like a advisory business model where we only make real money when we exit our investments and do a good job for our investments, for our investors.
Right.
We're very lean in the years leading up to potential exit of our investments.
Yeah.
So that's all part of the roller coaster ride. And generally, we like to say 4 to 6 years.
4 to
so
6
yeah,
years.
so it's very, very long
So
term.
you started in 2015 and now it's 2019. So you're generally just getting like your first returns now, sort of?
Hopefully there's, so that's hopefully coming the next 12, 24 months.
Okay.
In terms of some of our first returns coming through.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you've kept it really lean these 4 years. It's basically you and your partner. Have you sort of grown your team to like try and include other people?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, so recently we hired an analyst. We're lucky to be supported by a larger private equity group. So one of the senior partners there, he's our chairman, and one of the directors of that private equity group team, because that particular private equity group is also in wind down, so they're not kind of going ahead.
Okay.
Is
that a trend?
Yeah.
Is all the private equity groups just going into wind down?
And which means that particular director person, she has the capacity to spend time with us. So she's the director of our team as well. So we've got a full-time team of 3 of us, and a broader team of 5 of us. A live business that we're involved with is a car wash business. It's not particularly sexy, but we like it. So it's a business called Star Car Wash.
Yes.
So it's inside the shopping center car parks. It's a big red star, literally a star. So we have 156 locations around the place, Australia, New Zealand, in all the major shopping centers, plus some of the airports. So Melbourne Airport, Brisbane Airport, if we decide to drive our car to airport and get valet parking and get a wash, that's us. That's what we're doing. So we were fortunate to have been introduced to the CFO about 2 years ago. And so how we were introduced is by a friend in business who came up with the idea of the car wash industry, because in the US, believe it or not, there's actually a lot of professional investment in the car wash industry.
Really?
So it's a very quite a interesting space with a lot of growth, a lot of people, a lot of professional private equity investment into the space. And that particular friend in business was made aware of what's happening in the US, and when he looked into the Australian market, nothing was really happening. So he approached just through, I think, LinkedIn, the CFO of Star Car Wash. So the business is owned by 4 people, all of whom are management in the business as well. So the CEO, CFO, and 2 other gentlemen. And we're able to agree an investment transaction where we formalized in December 2 years ago a 50-50 partnership with the people. The experience and journey since that time has been terrific. So we've got a really nice partnership dynamics. We've been helping the business where we can. So the business has, over the past 2 years, more than doubled in size. So at the time we got involved, it had 75 locations, and we talk about 156 now. The business has been also focused on just upgrading the business infrastructure, corporatizing, to make sure that's positioned in a scalable way for the next stage of growth. We've hired a few people, and we've also trialed and continued to test how do we capture a greater share of our customers' wallet. So the business washes close to 2 million cars a year, and on average, a customer spends just shy of $70 with us compared to the entry level $25 wash. So it's quite an engaged customer base. So being trialing and testing to see how else can we value add to our customers. Can we fix the alloy wheels? Can we do some minor dent and scratch repairs and things like that? So that's been a good journey. And for us, we're very respectful of not interfering with the management or the running of the business. People like the CEO and Kevin, the CFO, as well as a team that we partner with. They've successfully built this business, and they know what good looks like on a lot of aspects of the business, and therefore we're very respectful not to unnecessarily challenge them when we actually don't know better. But where there are clear organizational gaps or competency gaps where we think we can add value, then that's how we try to strike a balance between a partnership. I think if there's an opportunity for us to continue to support the growth and get to a certain point, then that'll be a very good outcome for everyone involved, our shareholders, the investors that supported us, as well as for the Star CARWASH original 4-person team. I think partly it's the labor costs and partly it's the IP or the know-how.
Okay.
So for Taiwan, for that period of time where it was extremely successful as the manufacturing destination for the world, clothing, apparel, IT, whatever, it was the combination of the two. So the labor was very cheap, and within the country, they had the skills and experience and the technical ability to deliver the manufactured product to the level of specification standard that people wanted. So that was the underpin to success. And then as similar to Australia, quite a long time ago, where now we can see how expensive labor is in Australia, labor in Taiwan also got to a point where it was a lot more economical or cheaper, to put it simply, to manufacture outside of Taiwan for the lower skilled aspects of manufacturing. So what has happened quite a few years ago now is the high spec, particularly in technology, so the really high spec, highly skilled manufacturing of, be it PC chips or whatever, or components, it's very technical components, may still be retained in Taiwan because they're able to make the economics work, where expensive people making expensive things is economically makes sense. However, the lower stuff was a cheap cost price, and therefore needed everything to be cheap in the cost production chain. That went to China, but clearly China in quite a few years now has more than surpassed the ability to produce anything to a very high standard. And now we're seeing, for quite a few years as well, other new emerging manufacturing destinations, Vietnam in particular, Thailand, etc. That's really become, I guess, the old made in China or cheap stuff that's happening in those countries, Bangladesh, wherever else, whilst China's kind of emerging to kind of the high quality, high skilled manufacturing. And we see, even just as a consumer, some of the Chinese branded consumer products, being very, very desirable, particularly mobile phones or whatever. And that's really reflective of the skills, the IP that they have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was quite a bit of a transformation, and it didn't take them too long as well. They really did it quite fast. Hey everyone, thank you for watching today's episode of the Convo Couch, and thank you to Greg for coming on today.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you for having me.
Don't forget to check out the links below to XO Equity Partners, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. See you next time. Hey guys, thanks for checking out this episode in a series where we interview business leaders, tech innovators, and startup founders about their business journey, insights, and reflections. If you find value in this, please leave us a comment below, and also like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Enjoy!